In this video, I'm going to show you a really easy way to vastly improve the sound that you get in your in-ear monitors. Some of the biggest complaints I hear from other musicians about using in-ear monitors, especially when they're new to it, is how things don't sound right, about how they can hear things from outside the monitors and inside, about how there's a lack of bass, how the monitors slip out of their ears, and about not always getting the balance right in their own heads. Now, to expect your in-ear mix to sound like a band in a room is probably a little bit too far, but I'm going to show you in this video something really simple that you can do to vastly improve most of the problems that people encounter with in-ear monitors. So let's have a think about what the problems are and why they exist before we actually go and solve them. And when you do, you'll understand why this solution works so well. So, unless you're spending thousands of pounds on molded fitted in-ear monitors, then you're going to get monitors that arrive with little silicone earbud tips like that kind of thing. Okay? And you've got a couple of layers of silicone, or in this case, just one layer of silicone that actually makes the seal. So, let's think about this. If you've got one thin layer of silicone that's 0.5 millimeter thick, that's not really going to isolate you from the outside world. And it's not going to keep inside your ears and on the right side of it all the frequencies that it needs to keep there. It's going to leak in both directions quite badly. And when you push that into your ear, let's say this is your ear canal and that is your in-ear monitor, and you shove that into your ear canal, you can see the first layer of silicone will compress and bend to slide in, and then you might have, if you've got better monitors, a second layer to go in behind it. But you can see there's just one or two very thin layers of silicone there that's stopping it. And silicone, when it gets wet and damp, or when your ears get wet and damp and a little bit greasy and horrible, it starts to move and slide out. And when you sing especially, your jaw's moving, so all of this being connected, you find that your ears or your monitors start to move and slip out as your jaw moves up and down. Then as the night goes on, it slips out more and more. You're pushing the things back in, but they don't stay in for very long. If you're trying to play an instrument, play guitar, play keyboards with it at the same time, then you're desperately trying to push these things back in when you've got a spare hand, and it can really be difficult. So the solution is to find something that stops these things slipping out and is a better barrier for sound than your little 0.5 millimeter thick bit of silicone. The solution that I've found is, instead of using silicone buds, what you do is you replace them with memory foam buds. And in a second, I'm going to show you how to use them to get the absolute best out of them as well. Now, I did a little bit of searching on the internet and I found these things. You can see there's not many left in there because I've been giving them away to everybody I work with who uses in-ear monitors, and it's making a huge difference to everybody. These ones are from a company called Sonicfoam. Not sponsored, nothing like that. I just thought the product was great, and because they give you lots of buds for not very much money, it works out something like £1 a pair, which is nothing really. And they last for a long time. Now, the difference with these ones is that they're made from memory foam. So that little bit there slides over your in-ear monitor and it will fit something like that. Slide that onto your monitor, and what you then do is you press and compress that tip so that it looks like that, all squashed up. And when it's all squashed up, it's small, and you can then slide that into your ear canal. What you do as you slide it in, you lift this part of your ear up and you push in and you hold it for just a few seconds until that foam starts to expand again. And once the memory foam's expanded, you will feel it. It doesn't hurt, but you just know that the seal's there and it's good, and you can let go and you've got a great seal into your ear. Everybody I've given these to immediately goes, "What? What? Pardon? What?" Because they can't hear a thing you're saying, because they seal really well. If you're playing in a loud environment, stopping the noise from outside makes a huge difference to what you hear on the inside of these buds. Okay? Because you've got that memory foam there sealing things really, really well, whatever you put into those in-ear monitors is what you're going to hear. So you will hear a lot more bass, you will hear a lot more clarity, and you can bring the level down a little bit as well because you're not having to pump it so much to fight the noise from outside. Okay, so if you're looking for a really, really easy way to make your in-ear monitor sound vastly better, what can I say? Go and buy some memory foam inserts. You will not regret it. It makes a huge difference. I'll put a link below to the ones that I used, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know how you get on with them, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers!